Welcome back. Today we're joined by Dr. Kantema, the Deputy Minister of Sports, Youth and National Service. She's currently attending the Summit of the Future in New York, where important discussions about the future of sports and youth development is taking place. Dr. Kantema, good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, Nina, and thank you very much for having me all the way from New York.
What have been your main takeaways from the Summit of the Future so far? Let's start there.
Firstly, Nina, the Summit of the Future has been a very insightful experience, especially having the mandate of youth development. And just to share with the viewers what this pact that was adopted yesterday actually covers. The pact that was developed over the 18 months that Namibia had the privilege to co-chair together with Germany covers a broad range of themes. These themes include peace and security. It speaks to sustainable development, issues of climate change, digital cooperation, human rights, gender, and very importantly, youth and future generations, and the transformation of global governance. It's actually a call for accelerated implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals, which we know disproportionately affect the youth. As we stand now, we have the largest population of the world consisting of the youth, around 1.2 billion young people. Therefore, it has become very important that in terms of planning at a global level, youth become a focus. Now, the key takeaways is that there is a great need for us to increase in terms of global cooperation, because as His Excellency, the President, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, in his speech mentioned that it's very important that we look at global problems with global solutions, because it will then require issues of collaboration to address these issues. And again, this hinges on the theme of this Summit of the Future that speaks to multilateralism, solutions for a better tomorrow. So it's countries, pledging their commitment to accelerate and to be youth-centric focus in terms of how we deal with the challenges that the young people are facing.
Can you just unpack for us how the Pact of the Future fits in with Namibia's plans for sports and youth development?
Well, especially when it comes to sports, sports have the unique potential for us to unite communities, to break barriers, and also to promote healthy lifestyle. When you look at the SDGs, the SDG number 3 that speaks to promotion of health and well-being, this is where you see sports playing a prominent role to encourage active, healthy lifestyles. Even when you look at the first SDG goal and the second one that speaks of eliminating hunger, all these are issues that speaks to empowering young people and also creating employment, because we know that sports is not only for recreation purposes, it's not only for active lifestyle, but it has become an avenue for employment creation. So with us, it really just resonate with what as a ministry we are really driving to position sport as a very unique vehicle that can empower our young people. Other than that, it really call for us to accelerate our efforts to implement all the other SDGs that is aiming at empowering the young people.
From your perspective, Dr. Kantema, how do you see young people shaping the future, especially in the context of the summit's discussions?
Youth are pivotal in shaping our future generations. They bring energy, they bring innovation and fresh perspectives to the table. Now, the discussions at the summit highlight the need for us to harness the potential by providing opportunities, especially in education, skills development, and also active participation in decision-making process. Now, also one of the area that the part focus on is the digital compact, which speaks to artificial intelligence, the innovation. We know the transformative power that AI brings to economic development. And this is very, very key when it comes to empowering our young people, because they need to move with the trends of the world. And AI then becomes very important. We know that that's where the future is going. So for us, it's really now to localize or to domesticate these areas that have been adopted and to run with it, to implement, in order for our young people, our young Namibians, to benefit from this part of the future.
On that note, what opportunities do you see for Namibia to partner with other countries, to put the ideas from the summit into action?
Collaboration is the key. As His Excellency Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, when he was delivering his opening remarks, he ended his speech with 5 Ps: people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership. Therefore, it becomes very important that we collaborate with countries, again, referring back to the focus or to the theme of the future, that is multilateralism, is to look at how do we then partner together with our developmental partners in order for us to realize our collective effort to empower the young people and to achieve the SDGs. It's very important that we look at what are the countries that we can benchmark, we can learn from, and then also the development partners. As a ministry, we do a number of projects together. We have developed initiatives together with the UNFPA. We also have initiatives with the UNDP, especially when it comes to youth entrepreneurship. So it's for us really to foster that close relationship, because we have one common goal towards empowering the young people. So very important at the center is collaboration. So one of the SDGs as well, the last one that speaks to partnership, in order for us to have global solutions to our global challenges.
Also, just unpack for us, Dr. Kantema, how your ministry's work ties into the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly when it comes to youth and sports.
Our ministry is committed to promoting the SDGs related to quality education, to gender equality, and also to health through sports and youth program. We aim to create these inclusive opportunities that empower young people and support community development by aligning ourselves closely to the UN's vision, especially when it comes to those SDGs that I again refer to. The SDG 3 that speaks to health and well-being, the SDG that speaks to quality education, because we also realize the importance that sports play in us achieving these SDGs and also all the other youth empowerment initiatives. So as a ministry, we have incorporated these SDGs in our annual plan. And for us now is to continue implementing or to accelerate where we know we are lacking. But in all, it's a very insightful experience. And so we are very happy as Namibia co-chairing this very important pact. And we are seeing the fruits of the 18-month process that has culminated into this pact to be adopted. So it's something that we really take pride in, and we now have to take it back home and implement it for the betterment of our youth.
Just lastly, Dr. Kantema, before we release you, what message would you like to share with the young people of Namibia and beyond, especially considering the discussions happening at the summit?
To the young people of Namibia and the world, I urge you to remain hopeful and to be proactive, because your voices and actions are very crucial in driving change. It embraces opportunities. We should embrace opportunities for growth, and we should engage into constructive dialogue and continue to advocate for a future that is sustainable for a future that's inclusive and that's equitable for all countries and for all young people in the world.
Well, we appreciate your time this evening. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you for having me.
That was Dr. Emma Kantema, the Deputy Minister of Sports, Youth and National Service, speaking to us from New York this evening. We'll be back after this brief break with some more conversations. Stay with us.